do not touch it. That's just that. Hey y'all, welcome back to another video. As y'all can tell by the title, today I'm gonna be showing y'all how I saved my first $10,000 at 17 years old. I'm currently 19. I did this when I was 17. So I'm gonna be telling y'all, I'm gonna be giving y'all tips on how you can save it, as well as how I personally did it. And of course you can use my personal experiences as tips too. So we're gonna get started. So I just want to start by saying like what you're saving for. Make sure you have a goal in mind. That's the first thing. Honestly, some people just save to save, but if you have a goal in mind, it'll make you more so likely to stick to that goal. Remember your why essentially when you're saving, so that you have something at the forefront of your mind as to, okay, I'm working so that I can save to get a car, like whatever you're trying to get. But at the time when I was saving my money, I was just saving because I had to pay like $10,000 for school. At the time, okay, I was 17, I was a senior in high school, and I had to pay like $10,000 to go to school for like my first year or whatever. And I didn't want to take out no loans or nothing like that, so I was saving the money so that I could pay for my first year of school. Now, all in all, like my parents helped me as well, so I didn't have to use this money, like I didn't have to use this whole $10,000 for that, but I still did save the money. And having a goal will just help you to stick to something. And yeah, so the first thing I'm gonna say that I did, and yes, do not click off because I know a lot of people do not want to do this and it could be a time consuming thing. But the first thing that I did do is scholarships. And I'm not gonna say, okay, yeah, you do scholarships, you get scholarships. It's real easy. No, it's not. But I would say if you, because me personally, I would say over 50 scholarships, and I was only rewarded 2 scholarships. Yes, I was very grateful for those 2 scholarships. But y'all see the numbers. If I applied to over 50 and I only got accepted with 2, y'all know the chances of it. But you have to, I would say, look for scholarships that have similar prompts so that you won't have to write 50 plus essays. And if some of the same scholarships have the same essay prompt, like if they're all, oh, what are you going to use this scholarship for, or something like that, you can use that same essay and you could submit it to multiple applications for scholarships. So that was something I did. I applied for scholarships. I applied to a lot of them, as I stated, and I was awarded 2. And I would say, yeah, try to go for like the smaller scholarships. Of course, if you apply to like a $10,000 scholarship, a lot of people are going to apply to those. Y'all can look at some local ones for whatever city, state you live in, whatever school system that you're a part of. You can look at scholarships for those. The scholarships that I won one that was $2,500, and then I won another one that was $1,000. And the $2,500 one, they sent a check in the mail, and I was able to put that directly into my savings account. But secondly, I did, I guess you could say, freelance work. So I would take different pictures or whatever, like do photography. I would take pictures for people in my family, for events and things like that they were having, and they would pay me. I also ran Instagram accounts. So I was running my mom got a business, and I was running her account, and she would pay me every month for that. And then on the side, I would like make flyers for people. So I would just do different stuff like that to make money. So you can literally find like a skill or something like that. I guess this is one of the tips, but I'm gonna say it now. But you can find a skill, or not find, learn a skill that you're able to profit off of, and that's something that you'll be able to save a lot with. Now the third thing I did was work. I worked, like I've been working for a very long time, and I work at Kroger. At this time I worked at Kroger, I still work at Kroger, but at the time that's where I worked, and which is the grocery store. And when I started, I would say when I started saving, I was saving a little bit before this, but as y'all know, like around March, that's when the pandemic happened, and of 2020, and school was over with for me. I was a senior, but like we didn't have school anymore. It was just online. So at that point, a lot of places was closing down, but since I worked at a grocery store, I was considered an essential worker, so I still had to work. And also a lot of the older people that I worked with, they didn't really want to work at that time, so that was like an opportunity for me to get more hours at work. So I was working more hours, and I was saving a lot of money from my checks. And this was, I would say, from like March to June. Then June I graduated. June I got an internship. So now I'm working, and I also have an internship. I had an internship at the school that I had just graduated from. And during this internship, I had it set up so that all of my money from my internship checks went directly to my savings account. So I only would use the money that I was getting from Kroger, and I would still even save some of that money too. But all of my money from my internship, it went straight to my savings account. That's how I save the bulk of my money. And then the last thing I did, the fourth thing, I would like save any money that, I feel like I have to my bad, but I would save any money that I didn't spend. So by that I mean like if if I planned on getting my toes done or something like that, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna do it myself, and I did my own toes, the money that I would have spent to go get my feet done, that $50 or whatever the case may be, instead of me just leaving that money in my checking and using it for something else, I would put that $50 in my savings account. Or if I'm like, okay, tonight I'm gonna go buy me some food, but my mom like, I'm cooking tonight, the money that I would have spent on food, I put that money into my savings account. So essentially it's like I'm spending the money, but I'm not really spending it, but I do not have it anymore in my checking account. So those were all of the things that I did to help me save at the time when I was trying to save this money to go to school. Now, here are some tips, and these are some things that I either have done before or I'm currently doing, because now, of course, I'm always saving. But the first tip that I have is do not touch your money. So once the money is in your savings account, do not touch it. Now this, I've had experiences with it both ways. I've had experiences not touching it, and I've also had experiences like, I saved all this money by like August 3rd. I checked my bank statement. I saved it August 3rd. That was the day that I had the $10,000. And I want to say August 3rd. This is when I was 17. My 18th birthday was late September. For my birthday, I took money out of my savings account because I was like, okay, I reached my goal. I'm about to be 18. I want to be cute or whatever. I want to do this, then the third. I want to get my hair, nails, lashes done. I want to get an Airbnb. I was doing all this stuff for my birthday, but it was like, you know, don't do that. That was bad. Do not do that. But of course, I didn't beat myself up about it because I just didn't. But that's something that I learned. Do not take the money out your savings account. Once it's in there, whatever you're saving for, if you're not done saving the amount that you're set to save, and you taking the money out to buy that or spend it on that, do not touch it. That's just that. And then next, the second thing, do not spend all of your money on material items or even food and going out with your friends and stuff like that. Because I will admit, like when I was in high school, me and my friends, we would go out all the time getting food. We would leave school early, go get food at whatever store near there. We would even go to stores that wasn't near there. I'm talking stores, restaurants, sit down and have breakfast. Like we would do all types of stuff, and we was always going out buying food or going out doing other stuff. Do not spend a lot of money on food, y'all. What your mom say, you got food at home? No, literally, you got food at home. If you don't have food at home, like buy groceries instead of buying food out, because that is, like, more often times than not, buying groceries is going to be cheaper than that. So yeah, and then material things like clothes and stuff like that, especially if you already have clothes in your closet, don't be buying more clothes. Like, it's okay, you know, you can rewear stuff. But the next thing is do stuff on your own if you can. And by that, I mean, like I was just talking about cooking instead of buying food out. But also, like, if you know how to do your nails, do your own nails. So I was saying, like, sometimes I would do my feet myself and I would put that money in my savings account. Do your hair if you can. One time I did me like some short locks. I've done me some short twists or whatever. This was after the fact. But do anything that you normally would go get a service done or something like that. Do that yourself. If you want to get yourself a lining, be careful, but watch some YouTube videos, learn how to do it, and you can do that. Yeah, lashes, everything like that. Try to do that stuff on your own if you can, because I know a lot of times people spend a lot of money on hair and things like that. Y'all know you could get some long locks like this. They be $400 and stuff like that. So just try to do a lot of that stuff on your own, and that will definitely help you save a lot of money. Although sometimes you will have to give up time in order to save money. That's how it always is. You're gonna have to give up one or the other. So that's that. The fourth thing I have for y'all is to learn a skill that you can profit off of. Like I was talking about how I took pictures and did flyers and stuff like that. If you are good at drawing, you could sell art. You could do a lot of different stuff. You could actually look on YouTube and see a lot of different skills that you can learn that you can make money off of. If you're smart or something like that, you could tutor younger kids. And it's literally so much different stuff you could do. Even some people that feel like, oh, there's nothing that I could do that I can make money off of. It's a lot of stuff. Yeah. And if y'all can, try to find something that you can also set up like passive income. Like something I've been looking at is like selling templates online, like planners or like Instagram templates, resume templates. Literally, you can sell a lot of stuff online. With that stuff, it's like once you set it up and once you've created the template for it, after you put it on Etsy or whatever site you put it on, it's kind of like the money just comes in. It's passive income. I was gonna say effortlessly, but you have to put your effort in the beginning, but after that you don't really have to do too much. So that's another thing to look into. All in all, just make sure that, you know, you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. Do not take the money out your account. And the biggest thing I would say is try to get a job. If you're in school and you can manage a part-time job, you can either work on the weekends or work after school. Like when I was in school, working like my junior year and stuff like that, I worked on the weekends and I would work like after school too. But during the summertime when I had my internship, so I was working 2 jobs. So I would work my internship in the morning and then I would work my regular job in the evening or afternoon, evening. Yeah, so just try to get a job. I would say that's the biggest thing. I would say try to get a job if you can while you're in school. And if it's summer break or anything like that, or if you're not in school, try to get 2 jobs if you can, if you want to, or at least a job that's willing to give you like full-time. Like if you have a job that can do part-time during school months and full-time during the summertime, that's great. That's great. Or you can get 2 jobs or something like that. But those are the ways that I personally save my money, and those are some tips that can help you save as well. Good luck on your journey, and make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And thank you for watching. Bye.